your mortgage payment. I just have to laugh because the idea of it is just unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that's one heck of a deal.
Unbelievable.
So like an investor looking at this, like if a business was for sale, like a franchise or something, he could actually use this program to buy that franchise, correct?
Yeah, this isn't the exact program I would recommend. This is a 540 versus a 7A program. These are little more designed in the realm of the merchant cash user and trying to give them relief and giving them a term loan.
Wow.
The other loans are typically and ideally would be lines of credit, which would be much more valuable because you can rinse and repeat without having to refinance all the time.
Yeah, you know, I've heard you talk three or four times and I still get confused by stuff. So I'm glad you straightened me out.
There's a lot of moving parts in these loans, a lot of stuff to keep track of. So I don't expect people to follow every last gosh darn thing I say. I'm looking to give you the idea that we know what these products are, how they work, and what we're selling. And that way we can properly match them up with you.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people watching. I run into it all the time where they think they've listened to everything and they say, oh, I don't qualify for that. That's a huge mistake because I've known a whole bunch of people that have used Patrick and that they thought they were in that same identical situation. He's able to structure and put the deals together. So you should always call Patrick or contact him. We're going to show you how to contact him here shortly.
Yeah, that exercise is probably best because I think we all know, if it's a doctor, nobody's going to be operating on themselves. Nobody gives themselves a haircut. There's no point to suffering in an ignoble situation and judging ahead of time whether you're going to fly or not, or how it's going to work, or put a million pieces together and come out okay. Let me help you.
Got it.
We got equipment financing, which is really nice because it's difficult when you get when you first do your startups, and they want to help the businesses. So you know how much a nice copier costs. You can get into $7,500 to $1,000, $10,000. Why would you want to buy that? You want to lease that. That's what equipment financing is. It's a lease program. $1,000 a month in sales will qualify you for this program. And if there's something that you need the money for, that's an expansion or working capital measure that's based on this style of funding for heavy equipment or things of that nature, we're going to require real estate as collateral, and it's got to have equity. I don't care, it's going to be a combination, either improved land or there's no raw land that's going to stand alone. Everything has to have equity in it. Everything. And these are for adjustable rate loans, but they're hybrids, so they're not harmful. There's predictability. They would stay the same for 1 to 5 years, say, for example.
So like the guy that needs copiers or needs, I've got a guy that's got a dumpster company. Would equipment be considered a dumpster?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that the actual equipment that you're using on your business is the whip. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah,
and a lot of different forms.
And my buddy, he does over 10 grand. So I mean, I think everything here would fit. I'm gonna tell him about this.
Right. No, I think you're on the right track there, and wise to point that out. We also want to talk about the PPP for just a second. Most people don't realize that they're qualified for this thing as long as 2019 returns are lower, are better than now. In other words, the 2020 return has got to show a 25% decline. why not put some money in your business account right away and apply for this? And I'm going to provide you with a link through our needed funding to show you how to get this easily and quickly. And it's a 10-minute thing. It's a 15-minute thing. All you have to do is be prepared to upload your tax returns.
So I got questions here. So if I was a investor and and I've got my limited liability company, or I'm a sole proprietor, I'm an investor, and I follow this exactly because I already know investors that fit this exact model you just described. Things went down in 2020, 2021. So would I qualify for this under those circumstances?
Most likely. I mean, I don't, there's a lot of people that may or may not qualify based on what's going on. And it depends. I mean, when you get a number of payments and it's lumped into your gross, it looks like maybe you might not qualify. But if it's something like unemployment, that a lot of people, especially realtors, have applied for, then they are not paying, there's no taxable event with the award of the unemployment, which traditionally there is. So
Right.
this round, you don't have to pay taxes on it. And don't let that push you into an ineligible position because you're making more than you did before. You got to take a look at the whole thing and then isolate the unemployment that you receive, especially if it's knocking you out of the box and it looks like you made the same amount of money you did before.
So if you're not sure, fill out the form. We're going to give you or contact you, and you can give a yay.
Yeah, and we can sit down and put our heads together and get with your tax preparer and put this right where they're giving you the thing.
The key is if you were making less in 2019, I mean, making more in 2019 than you made in 2020 when all this stuff hit. That's what you want to look at, right?
Yeah, and the idea is to find where 2020 was a 25% loss for you in some quarter, or at least across the board in gross revenue.
So it only needs to be one of the quarters.
Yeah, but you have to dig into the returns, and it's not always easy when you've got something where the rules change and now that, say, unemployment's not taxable.
I got it. So all you investors and realtors that listen, you need to at least check this out and see where you fall in it. So
yeah, and we'll be happy to help you and talk to you and see what we can do and find out how to craft something especially for you in regards to at least to the bottom of it.
So I think we're pushing the time. Oh, we're doing good. We're here. So if you want to get hold of Patrick, you can go to the site called neededfunding.com. And
I don't know how that happened. What happened? The whole thing just went off.
Okay.
The very last second.
No, you're up still.
Okay.
Just go to neededfunding.com. Oh, you mean the PowerPoint disappeared?
Yeah, the power. Hold on.
There it is.
There.
Third one over.
Hey, shucks. What I did was I clicked something and popped up on my screen.
And open the whole screen up before you click on it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well,
My mistake.
that's all right. All right. So you guys, you want to go to neededfunding.com, or you can go to Patrick at neededfunding.com, or you can call him on the phone number there, 855-734-1122. When you go to neededfunding.com, there's a thing that's a form. You just click it. It takes less than 2 minutes to fill it out, spell out what you're interested in, and then he'll get right back with you. So we appreciate you being on the call with us. And Patrick, we're not going to have time for questions because we've exceeded our time limit. We appreciate everybody coming. Contact Patrick with questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you and thank you for your time.